All right, we are live, and we're a couple of grumpy old bastards.
Get off our lawn, damn it.
Oh, if we ever do make an intro, I thought about the intro to our grumpy streams. It'd be like old classic 70s singing like grumpy, grumpy old man, grumpy, 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 grumpy old man, something like that. And then at the end, it'll be like you saying, "Get off our lawn!"
Get off my goddamn lawn.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know if we got anybody freaking watching, man. But whatever, it don't matter. We don't care really. Not for these. Well, actually, we do because I need to make money. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't care though.
Well, you should care because my mama. You hate my mom now?
No, I'm just too grumpy to care. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, I understand.
You know, I'll get over it though.
We'll get a few people here in a minute. I mean, they'll sloth in a little bit.
Yeah, they'll come and see what's going on. What these two pathetic old farts are doing today. What are they whining about today? We'll find something. Just give us a minute.
We were bitching about something before the show. I forgot what it was. But
yeah, I was bitching about lots of shit. We should have saved that bitching for on the show.
We should have, but we're, I don't know what we are. We're something. We're something. Well, my beard is on point today, by the way. It's on point.
It's looking glorious.
It is glorious, dude. It's amazing.
It is an amazing
All
beard.
the YouTubers that are known for their beards, like, Paul and TJ, y'all can suck it. Look at this beard. You little fucking bird nest beards y'all got. These fuckers. This is a real beard right here. Real beard. Paul's ego, I hope you get this message. This is a man's beard.
Uh-oh. We're going to have beard drama. This could be the first beard drama that YouTube's ever had. It's
beard drama, right? Yeah, that's good.
Imagine Paul's ego and Pimp just standing like couple of inches away, face to face, and their beards just start lashing out at the beards start punching each other.
Yeah.
It's like you guys just stand there and you just stick your chins out a bit and your beards start like shaping up like.
I mean, I love Paul, but you look at his beard, look at mine. He has no shine to it. Look how shiny my beard is. This beard is beautifully shiny, gloriously shiny. Yeah, smooth, soft, no birds are shitting in my beard. He's got bird shit in his beard.
All right. You should tweet him right now and start the beard war. Just say, my beard's more glorious than yours, Paul's ego. Now what?
It's just more glorious. It just is.
Oh, Mickey Richards has been a witness to the sassing of Paul's beard, so I'd say that the message is on the way right now.
Well, let's make it clear. If you want to call Paul's whatever that is on his face a beard, you can.
Ooh.
I call it a mess.
Right. I'm going to be an incredibly massive coward at this point and go, I got nothing to do with this, Paul. I disavow. I'll be sitting in the corner watching.
Mr. Zigo, this is a beard.
Oh, God, it's a beard war. Uh-oh.
He would laugh his ass off.
I think he's going to start a beard war. I think you've started the beard war. Not a beard war. The beard war.
The beard war of all wars, man.
You just have to you just try to upstage Ukraine. It's like, Ukraine, Russians, nah. My beard compared to Paul, yeah.
Yeah, any of these motherfuckers on here with these little crusty ass beards.
Well, I'm not even in the running because technically what I grow on my face can't be classified as a beard. There's like 4 hairs on one cheek and there's like 1 or 2 on the other cheek, and then kind of like what Shabisky does, but probably even more pathetic. That's my facial hair. Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah, all jokes aside, most beards are the kinky. I just never did want that when I started my beard. I wanted to do something different, make it look, stand out. And because I've always been that way. Like before with my goatee, how different it was. So I wanted to. Landon just messaged me. Said, "Tell folks to tip the name in the name of Landon, or a certain Australian allegedly will have to abstain from snacky cakes for several days. Do it,
bullshit.
do it." That's what he said.
What?
I want Landon to say.
Why have I got to do that, Landon? I don't like you anymore. I don't like him anymore.
I never did like him personally.
Yeah, I used to until he said that. Now I don't like him anymore. He got a poopy face. Hate that guy. Hate. Well, we've declared an election in Australia, so this is how the election works. In 6 weeks' time, we go and vote for a new prime minister.
Mm-hmm.
So for the next 6 weeks, we're going to listen to politicians do what politicians do in America. In 2-year blocks, we have it condensed down to 6 weeks. And here's the best bit. I think it's a day or two before the election. No more political advertising is allowed on any media. So no more ads on TV. You get a day or two of radio silence before the election so you can assimilate all the information, decide who you're voting for. You go and vote for them. And guess what we don't hear about till 6 weeks before the next election in 4 years is anything about fucking elections. It's
That's definitely not how it works here in America, bud.
No. I have learned that you guys are perpetually in electoral races. Yeah. Your political parties are definitely obsessed with staying in the fucking news cycle. And
and like you look at like CNN or all the news networks, Fox, every one of them, during they cover it like sporting events. It's crazy.
Well, here's something for the American citizen to think about. While these clowns, the politicians and the news media are running this narrative about election cycles, you know what you're not talking about? Their absolute failure to do their fucking job, which was to, come up with policy platforms and get in there and fine-tune governance, introduce some stuff if you got to sort of make some amendments. Mm-hmm. And work with both sides for the betterment of America and the betterment of the American citizen's life. You don't get that. You guys just get these assholes running around talking about popularity competitions. In this, there's the half-time one, and then there's the full-time one, and it's a 2-year cycle. And as soon as you do one of these competitions, they start talking about the fucking next one. It's 2 years away. It's like, talk about that 6 weeks away from the election. Don't talk about it for the next 2 years and hold these people to account. Hold their feet to the fire and make them do their fucking job.
It's crazy. By the way, Landon said, they better tip or when I return from court sniffing, I will be most disappointed.
Oh, damn.
He will put the wrath of a nerd upon you.
His nerdy wrath shall ravage us.
It'll do something.
It'll ravage us. You got to roll those R's like you're in Puerto Rico.
I can't because all my front teeth are gone now.
Well, Puerto Rico.
I got one tooth in the front. I gotta get my shit taken. I gotta get a rack of teeth.
Yeah, I have no idea why I've still got most of my teeth. It's the amount of sugar and shit that I've ingested. I shouldn't have teeth.
Yeah, and I mean that's the way I am. It's like, okay, I had all the damage done to my teeth, especially my back teeth. Like when I had to bring this shit back up. When I was younger and a fool and I did all the fighting shit. Well, I had had teeth cracked out of my fucking mouth and knocked, broken up and shit, whatever. And then all the years of smoking, dipping, eating, drinking, everything. And I just damaged I brushed and everything, but it just so much damage. I fucked my shit up. And plus, I always had teeth issues when I was a kid. I had all my teeth, like a lot of my back teeth taken out when I was a kid because I had teeth issues. So
too many teeth.
Yeah, it's not always when you don't brush. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just have mouth issues.
Yeah, like humans more often than not have too many teeth for their jaw. So when I was a kid, I had really bad buck teeth. They've removed, when I got my braces, they went and pulled 4 perfectly healthy teeth out right near the canine. So, but here's the thing, that creating that gap made room enough for the rest of my teeth and my mouth to sort of spread out a bit. And now I've actually had the very back bottom right wisdom tooth pulled out. So that side's even got more space now. And all my tooth issues that I used to have, because they were all crunked, they've all we get too many teeth for whatever reason. So if God did design us, I'd like to have a word about the tooth problem. It's like, too many teeth, mate. Just remove 4 from the design. We don't need that many. We're good. It's okay. Calm down with the teeth, mate. Pump the brakes with the teeth, mate. Come on. Imagine having a conversation with God about the design of the human body. It'd be an interesting conversation. I go, listen, God, you're an F tier designer. You're not you're not the greatest. You're not even close. You F tier. And then I'd point out all the design flaws in the human body and how easy it is to break and how we can just die from trying to refuel ourselves. It's like, oh, I'm hungry. I need some food in my belly. Oh, I'm choking to death.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's silly.
I may have to walk away in here in a second and take a shit.
Big, massive one?
Well, I drank a lot of milk with magnesia today.
So you're going to have explosive butthole syndrome.
Oh, I've been peeing on my asshole all evening.
Getting old's fun, isn't it? It's like,
it's either you don't shit or you shit too much.
Yeah. Oh, and then you get. I learned a valuable lesson about ibuprofen and codeine and what it does to your intestinal. Everything just slows down and gets dehydrated. So basically, you're trying to shit out lumps of concrete.
Oh, dude, when I was on when I was bad on pills and I would take all them damn fucking pain pills, it was I'd get so constant. Well, that's what happened when I did the whole champagne shit that time.
Dude,
I was on the pills real bad. I wasn't telling nobody I was on the pills real bad at that time, but that's when I had that relapse.
Yeah. I've never got into pills, so I've never experienced this little side effect of what it does to your digestive tract.
You fuck your shit up. It will.
Dude.
It fucked me up.
Oh, dude, I was like on these pills for a week. And after like day 6, I've realized what was going on. It's just too late then. And it's just like, oh, God.
I think I know I am. I'm still paying for all the damage that I did in my stomach with those. Because I took way too many. So yeah, I'm still to this day paying for the damage that I did.
When I take ibuprofen or codeine, I get real bloated in the guts. It's like just the gas produced in my intestinal tract is just.
Yeah, you'll swell. Yeah,
it's horrific amounts of gas produced. Like I'm farting and doing farts that are like. That should be coming out of an elephant's butthole. There's that much gas coming out. It's like, how am I even doing this? It's like, I'll talk to the doctor later and he went, oh, yeah. He said, it's a closed system. He said, the gas has got to go somewhere and it's got to pass through a whole bunch of rubbery tubing to get one way or the other. And he said, that's why you're experiencing some discomfort as it travels through your system. And then, it's like, yeah, so.
Yeah, it's
holy fuck. Getting old's fucking horribly good fun, isn't it? You learn all of this cool shit about drugs and what they do to your butt.
Real quick, I do want to mention that the Pittsburgh Steelers football team's quarterback, Dwayne Haskins, who just got the starting position, by the way, because, Roethlisberger retired. Anyways, he got killed. Got struck by a car and got killed today. Young guy.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fucking shame.
Yeah, so he pretty fucking. He was 24-year-old young man. So that's fucking sad, bro. And nobody's watching us with like 2 people, and they're not even talking. So fuck them, not the people that's watching, but everybody else. Fuck y'all too, though.
Fuck everybody. Yeah, fuck. Look, let's not. let's not discriminate. Everybody can get
Yeah.
fucked.
Fuck 'em
I
all.
think that's the fair way to do it. Is everybody get
Fuck
fucked?
yeah.
Not just most of you. All y'all can go and get
Oh
fucked.
yeah. Fuck all y'all.
Fuck all y'all.
There you go. You said it right.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of females following me right now on TikTok.
How horrible. How
Yeah.
bloody horrible having a bunch of females.
They like my beard.
You know, like I feel so bad for you right now. A bunch of ladies following you on social media. And they probably like what you do as well when you put stuff out. They probably fucking hit the like button, don't
They
they?
do.
Cheeky buggers. Cheeky buggers.
Yeah. I had a bunch today for some reason. I guess they're it depends on like where they send your video on the For You page. So I guess a lot of the females are getting my videos today.
The lovely ladies.
The
getting
lovely
the notifications. Mm.
And yeah, it depends like where you like what day. Like today I did one video responding to a dude who said a black guy who said calling white people crackers ain't racist, and I'm like, you can call me. I said whipped cream Johnny. I don't give a fuck. And then I went on and said something, and then I also did a video to a chick who had cheese fries. She had cheese fries. She called it poutine. I'm like, that ain't fucking poutine. It's cheese fries. Poutine's got gravy on it and all that shit.
Yeah. I still want to try legit poutine. Like, I need to try it because
I ate it one time in a restaurant in LA, and it was all right.
well, I like cheese and I like chips and I like gravy. So I'm thinking if you combine all three, you're going to have a bit of a win.
Well, the one I had, the one I had was pretty good. I mean, it didn't knock me out the park, but it was pretty good. But it's like In-N-Out, right? The restaurant, everybody, if you go to California, you gotta eat In-N-Out. I went to In-N-Out and I was like, this is not that impressive. I like Five Guys way better.
Well, my missus said the same thing about In-N-Out. Because she's on a plane in 3 weeks. She said In-N-Out's okay. Look, here's what she likes. She's getting off the plane, walking, going to the hotel, having a shower, and then at one end of the complex is IHOP, and the other end of the complex is Denny's. And like she's going to go to one or the other. She's undecided yet, but she said IHOP is just unreal because they got certain things that she really loves, and Denny's
it's good too. I like Denny's. A lot of people hate on Denny's, but I like Denny's.
Well, from an overseas perspective, when we go to Denny's, an Aussie rocks up the Denny's, and when they bring out the plates of food, it's like they've got to bring them out on a fucking semi-trailer because the serving sizes of the meals that you guys get over there, it's like, how in the fuck do these restaurants make any fucking money? They're like, you order a chicken and they'll bring out a pile of chicken that's 3 feet fucking high, you know? It's
we do have very big servings.
Big steaks. When you order a steak, the steak covers the fucking plate, and they're really thick cuts too. It's like,
yeah. On one of my LA trips or VidCon trips, like when the trip I went with Ben and Billy and stayed at the hotel, there was a Denny's like right across the street, and like I'd wake up like extremely early, right? I always do. And they'd be their fucking ass to sleep. So I'd get up like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, go to Denny's, sit there and fuck around and talk with waitresses and stuff. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Denny's. And I love IHOP. IHOP's good. Now I like Cracker Barrel too. We got a Cracker Barrel here this week, it's good food. I like Cracker Barrel.
I think if I ever come to America, my focus would honestly be on doing really cheesy touristy things like Roswell, New Mexico. I want to go to Roswell. I know it's just a couple of dumb shots, but it's just the whole idea of going there. It's like a pilgrimage nearly. It's like, all right, I know I'm not going to get to be able to go to Area 51 and see fucking aliens, but I get to go to Roswell and hang out, meet some locals, hear their stories, dive into the fucking, buy some touristy shit. Like I've got a couple of, on my fridge right now, I've got a fucking rubber magnet that Jackie bought me like 10 years ago, and it's just the big Roswell grey alien. and it just says "I love Roswell" on it. It's holding up a sign. It's like fucking cheesy as shit, but that's still on my fridge from 10 years ago, dude. So my American tour would be cheesy, silly tourist sites like I think there's a Stonehenge of cars somewhere. Some farmers just buried cars upright in the ground like Stonehenge. Silly things like that, where you got to go out of your way and drive and see the real America. You're not just in a big city seeing the Disneyland, and I want to see the cool shit too. I want to go to Yellowstone and see a fucking bear in the fucking woods. I want to do that shit.
Yeah, I understand.
Hey, Ricky Red Dots dropped
What's
in
up,
to say
Ricky?
g'day.
There's a couple things but I'm gonna tell you, to me, the most beautiful. I've been all over America. The most beautiful is going across on the train on the Colorado River, man. That is the most beautiful fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It is just stunning. It's stunning. And and I went both seasons too. I went during the summer and went through there during the winter. And both times it's like a different trip through there because it looks different because of the snow and all that shit. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd love to do the Colorado Rockies and what's Arizona and places like that.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff out in Arizona, Mexico, New Mexico.
Yeah, what is it? The place where all the hippies go to say the Port Sedona. That's it.
Yeah,
places like that. Like, I wouldn't like to live in Sedona, but somewhere with that sort of environment, the rock messes and that. Yeah, that. I really dig that sort of place too. That's.
Yeah, welcome to my world, Ricky. He said 20 minutes on and my notifications just popped up. Yep.
Jesus Christ, YouTube. Is it that hard to get them going real time? Because obviously you can do it for, I don't know, all of the big TV corporations seem to have their videos popping out on real time. But
what's anyway. Up, August?
August.
Yeah, it's crazy how YouTube does this shit. I mean, years ago when I was like, when they popped up my shit, a bunch of people would show. I mean, I'd have hundreds of people waiting for me to go live because they would share my shit. Now they don't, so nobody knows.
Yeah, well, I remember I started watching you. You had, it was your first appearance on DP, and then I started lobbing over into your channel, and you had, I think it was just below 6,000 subs, and then over the next 12 months, that blew up to near 17,000, and then everything hit the fan, and it just the bleed out started. And it's happening to everyone in that circle. It's very, very rare to see people get a boost in growth. They'll get that initial takeoff where everyone goes boop, and then everyone just starts getting unsub from their shit. It's like, fucking hell, YouTube. And I thought I was immune to that unsub bullshit until I went through my sub list and went, oh, fuck, I've been unsubbed from several channels that I actually watch. So thank you, Auntie Susan. You're doing such a wonderful job in the top spot there at YouTube. Oh, have a golf clap.
It's fucking crazy, bro.
Get off my lawn, Auntie Susan. Get off my lawn.
Yeah, I wish the bitch would.
Oh, I hope she steps down soon and they get someone in the top job that actually looks into the network itself instead of gazing outward and cherry picking big talent to do little blurbs with. It's like, oh, look, I'm Susan and here I am with H3 and we're going to talk about. It's like, no one gives a shit what you want to talk to H3. I don't care what you want to say to H3, and I don't really give a shit what H3's got to say to you. Really don't care at a level which would blow your mind, Susan. And here's a tip. No other YouTuber gives a fucking shit either. We don't care. Fix the platform. Notifications. Get them going out. People being unsubbed from channels. Fix that shit. Here's the problem. You've got this bit of code running in the back of your fucking server network somewhere that's so disjointed and broken. It's been worked on by 100 different engineers. You need to basically start from scratch, go through and fix all of the bugs because it's really broken. TikTok has proven that you can send fucking alerts out in real time. YouTube used to do it.
Yep.
What happened, Artie Susan? You're letting the ship fall apart. You got to spend money on the engine room once in a while instead of making sure the facade of the building's looking beautiful and polished, because that's all you've done is you run around spit polishing the outside of the ship. Meanwhile, the internals are rotting.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you bitch.
Yeah, end rant. Artie Susan, fix your stuff. Come on, you can do better. We know you can.
Do it, bitch.
There you go. There's the first little grumpy rant.
Yeah. What's up, amazing girl? How you doing, baby?
Yeah, August has just pointed out the big fucking... You nailed it. They didn't have competition, so they didn't have to try. Well, guess what?
Now.
You do now. And the competition is eating you ass first, like it's a Tasmanian devil, and it's eating you from the ass first, Susan.
Yep, it's coming hard, brother. It's hitting hard, and all these big ones are feeling it, man.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg, he said it. We lost money because of TikTok.
Yeah. Even Twitch is probably feeling the pinch right now, and if TikTok make a play for gamers, like streaming games, like really. Oh,
well, they're doing some gaming streaming now, and I imagine it's just going to grow and grow. And now they're doing stories, which I don't really give a fuck about. But like everybody does stories, and now they're doing stories too. So I don't really give a fuck about that.
Here's how TikTok win this competition. They just offer an avenue to monetization. All they got to do is say, come to our platform. We're not going to make it that hard, but I mean, like, really open it up so everybody can have a bite of that cherry if they choose to do so. On Twitch, for instance, for me to get affiliated, I've got to jump through all of these bullshit hoops. And I sort of looked at all the things, and I'm never going to get enough people to get even close. So I'll just use Twitch for what it is. But if TikTok really come out and make a solid play, they can steal a whole bunch of users from YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And all they got to do is make it really gamer friendly and have it so the audience and the streamer can interact, and basically just go and pinch a bunch of ideas from the other platforms and sprinkle them over top of TikTok. And you got a winning platform there. So I really... I'm kind of getting a bit excited to see what TikTok is going to do next, because they are evolving the platform. They are actually listening and catering to the audience that they've realized, build it and they will come. And so they did. And all of a sudden, the user base just has ballooned. And Zuckerberg's actually crying about his metaverse deflating. Well, sucked in. Make a shit platform.
Yeah.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Well, like August said, or somebody said they didn't have competition. Facebook really didn't have competition all these years, and they've gotten so fucking comfortable in their little spot, and they didn't really think nobody was going to come along. And here comes TikTok, and TikTok should be. I guess they're happy because of COVID, because that's what happened. Because they were popular amongst kids, now they're popular amongst everybody. And so, yeah. Look, I mean, it's what it is. I know a lot of people, like some people, I hate this. And they never even used it. So, I mean, back in the day, I hated it, but it's changed. It's not the same. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, there's people that post on TikTok that I think are shit, but they're also posting on YouTube. So
yeah. And that's the thing. A lot of I see a lot of the bigger. They're all coming over there too. So. Because everybody knows it's a snowball right now, and it's not dying anytime soon either. So, people say, well, it's gonna be like the next Vine. Nope, it's way more popular than Vine ever was.
No, they've got the benefit of seeing everything that all of these other platforms did wrong and avoiding those pitfalls, which is kind of what they've been doing. If you go back and look at what they have done, is whenever one of these platforms collapses, what do? Their response is fill the niche and open it up, their platform, TikTok, to cater for that group of people. So they're catering for former Viners and all of these other people that have been marooned from their old platforms. And they're opening up now to attract people from existing platforms like Twitch and YouTube.
I'm all right. We're all right. Raisin just here.
Yeah, just grumpy. Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Turn down your music. Can hear it from here. Jesus Christ.
Got a headache. God damn it.
God damn, we're trying to watch Matlaw. Turn the goddamn noise down.
I need to reiterate that Landon said, y'all better tip when he comes back from his course sniffing. He's going to be very disappointed.
He'll be drunk.
Yeah, he'll be drunk and he'll be throwing underwear at you.
Yeah. Might even throw empty wine glasses and stuff after he gets really belligerent.
Yeah, he's a violent drunk.
He is. He is. That tree wasn't hit by lightning. That was just Landon going out there kicking it until it fell over. He was so cranky and ornery. He's like, goddamn tree, looked at me funny. And started kicking it. The fucking tree fell over.
Yeah. What happened? Yeah. But yeah, I am. But you know, about TikTok, I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. And I'm growing, I'm growing pretty good over there, and I'm getting a very good audience, and there's a lot of loyal ones. And then I have a younger audience, I have an older audience, I have a mixed audience, black, white, so it seems pretty cool. And it's like the comedy that I'm doing over there isn't divisive, like the shit that's happening over here on YouTube so much. It isn't divisive. It isn't taking, I'm not taking a stand over there. It's like, it's just me doing comedy. And so I can bring different types of, and that's what I've always wanted to do here, but I got painted in a corner. I don't want to be divisive. I want Republican audience and Democrat audience, a black audience, a white audience. I want that. So that's what I'm doing over there. I'm just doing comedy that most people can enjoy. So.
Yeah, it's the whole edgy fucking thing. You've been there and done that.
I've done that. I've done that shit.
Yeah, we've done the hot topic fucking thing with when you did the PIMPMUNK show. We've done the variety thing where there was basically the start of the wood. We had nothing was off limits, but we slowly adapted to current, social sort of standards, and that's cool. We got to do that. But at TikTok, you get your choice of just going and finding something that's funny and non-offensive and reacting to it, and just being so.
And every now and again, I may do one that's kind of edgy, but nothing like that's too far out there.
Yeah, it's not like we're running around like when Tommy used to come on the show and we used to talk about fucking some of the gags we used to go up with, like the whole Black Tannic thing.
We'd go too far.
Yeah, we'd run so deep into the fucking woods with that shit that it would genuinely upset people, and I get that.
Yeah.
But we weren't doing it to try and be offensive. We were just doing it because it was like so ridiculously fucking over the top.
Yeah, exactly.
And look at us now. We no one's doing it anymore because we understand that people get upset by that shit. So we adapted. Yeah. And you've now matured and you're doing content that can be basically classified, most of it as nearly G-rated. Like, young, old, everybody in between can watch it and not be offended because it's just you being fucking goofing off and being funny.
I'm being a goofball, yeah. And I'm doing, and I'm also showing my comedy chops again over there. If you watch my videos, I'm showing my comedy chops and I'm showing it that I'm really good at it.
Yeah.
And I'm not, bragging, but I guess I kind of am. I'm good at comedy. And over here it doesn't really get shown a lot, but, it's, I try on the show, but YouTube doesn't share my shit. And I said a million times, if people see my stuff, most of the time they like my stuff. And damn, these glasses put my nose up sometimes.
Yeah, they're fucking annoying. There's one thing I hate about my glasses is you just start sliding down my skinny shark nose, and it's like you got to do the single finger, push them back up. Yeah. I
go with this most of the time.
I've developed the single.
A lot of people do that,
and it's like I used to have a pet hate for that, and I've realized I was doing it, so I basically You know, like a dog that wants to bite its own tail off. I started having an argument with my own finger, going, and I'm chewing on it a bit, saying, "Don't fucking do that." It's like, nah, that's me. I just did it. I just did it again while I was saying I hate it, and it's like instinctively.
Raisin uses her titty nipple. She'll go like this.
Well, if I had titties, I'd do that. I'd just one on each, push glasses
Yeah,
back.
like this.
Yeah, I'd push fucking doors open.
Why are we making like sound effects when we're doing this shit? Like
boobs. Because we're idiots.
I just noticed that we were doing sound effects every time.
This fucking boobs. Fucking moron. What are you doing? Boobs don't make sounds. Now that I think about it.
I wish they did.
Boobs are stealthy.
Yeah. Don't you wish they were like squeaky toys though? Like I do.
No.
I wish that God if they did, I'd just I love that.
They'd have to have a silent mode on, so when the girls are trying to sleep, that when they roll over, you wouldn't hear.
Yeah, you could get a silent mode titty, I guess, but you like when you're having sex, you'd be
like a fucking clown car horn. It's like
yeah. You can get different, tunes. Like you get the gotta use them for something exactly, Raisin. I think she's on a delay. Or we're on a delay, or somebody's on a delay. Her fucking internet sucks.
We can thank the cyber war that's taking place online for sucking up all of the delicious bandwidth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, if you want something to do, go and look up a cyber threat map. There's several companies that are running them in close to real time, and it looks like fucking World War III. It's just all of these, you see all of these countries, and you just see attacks, and all of these packets, they're basically representative of just basically either viruses being transmitted into servers or whatever. There's a cyber war going on. It has been for a while, but when the Ukraine thing lit up, the activity map was basically most of the world was dick punching Russia, and Russia's trying to throw stuff back, but it was just getting squished in the noise.
Well, sometimes they make slapping noises. True.
Well, yeah.
True.
I don't like it.
After they make the slapping noise, do they yell, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth"?
Your titties are now banned from the Academy Awards and the Oscars for 10 years. And, yeah.
She said,
oh, shit, I was on a delay.
Yeah, I know.
6 seconds. We know.
I think it was a little bit more this time.
Could be.
She may didn't have it on live.
That'll do it too. The internet delay.
That or did it. If anybody here does want a tip, I'd appreciate it highly. I know ain't many in here, but man, I need it. Yeah. So.
Well, I'm enjoying my new pipe, allegedly. It's a lovely pipe. It's got first pipe I've ever owned with a filter in it. It's got like a glass disc. It's got all holes through it, and it's kind of like a filter. And it's got an ice catcher in it, so you can drop a couple of ice cubes down in it too, and they sit up in the stem, allegedly. All glass.
How did they get these?
It's a lovely piece, and it's 4mm thick Pyrex glass, which is the good scientific, the stuff they use for test tubes and beakers and all that shit. And it's pretty tough. That I saw one of the guys that were doing a demo of them on YouTube, and he's grabbed the thing and he's bashing it on the table and shit, knocking it over, and the fucking thing didn't break. I'm like, damn. Well, he can still win. Oh, wait.
Yeah, he can still win, but he can't.
No. What?
Yeah, I seen that too. But
Yes, I got the delivery and very happy. But he can still be nominated,
pretty much, yep.
but he just can't go and collect the award in person.
Yeah, you have to send Jada.
Oh, what a worthless fucking organization that is. It's just like
Landon said he'll be here in about 20 minutes, bro.
outstanding.
So you can suck my dick until he gets here.
That's really disappointing that it's like, oh, we'll ban you from the actual reward ceremony, but we'll still let you get nominated.
Yeah, it's silly. It's just silly bullshit.
Oh, God.
Looks like I'm wearing lipstick again tonight, but I'm drinking red drink, I promise. See, look, red drink.
That's just liquid lipstick.
Yeah, but my lips are pretty red. Look at them. Don't you want to suck on my lips?
Pretty gay looking. No,
Hey.
I don't think I do want to suck on them lips.
Yeah, you do. Don't be homophobic.
You know.
You saying I'm not attractive?
I'm saying that you're uglier than a hat full of arseholes, sir.
Well,
I've seen better heads. I've seen better heads in a public toilet.
That didn't make sense.
Think about it just for a second. You're in a public toilet.
And you see a head in it?
Yeah.
Why is there a head in a toilet?
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's flying stratospherically over your head, and we're going to leave it in orbit just to...
Why is that goddamn hand in the I know. You know my aggravating ass. So he can't vote for himself or collect his award, but yeah, he can't vote at all. He can't vote for anybody else either. He can't vote at all. He's not part of the. That's because he resigned. But see, he fucked himself in that way though, because they were going to just suspend him. That's the deal. They were going to suspend him, but then he, tried to be big dog and leave before they suspended him. They had to ban him from any event for 10 years.
Well,
but he can win. But here's the thing: yeah, he can still win. But right now, he's kind of a pariah. No, like everybody's pulling out deals from him and shit. Right now, that won't last because Will Smith's going to always be a draw. He's always going to be a draw. It's Will Smith.
Yeah, all he's got to do is do another Men in Black movie and probably a bunch of people go see that.
I don't want him to be canceled. I really don't. But I do. I do. I mean, I do. I don't want him. I don't want people to start feeling sorry for Will, which some do, because Will's not the victim in this case. Chris is. Chris Rock is. He was the victim. Chris Rock was the victim. He got assaulted for doing his fucking job, and which is pathetic. Now, if you want to look into the deeper shit, yes, Will is a victim of Jada's. He is. I truly believe Will Smith is an abused man. He's definitely mentally abused by Jada. Definitely. Because there's videos now that are home videos that are popping up that'll kind of make you look at it like, damn, he is kind of abused. I've seen a couple of them lately. So, yeah, he is going through some shit. But here's another thing. I don't feel sorry for his fucking punk ass, and here's one reason. Because he got involved in Scientology, and he put his kids in that shit. His kids. And that's dangerous. That's a dangerous fucking. If you really look into Scientology, that's a dangerous religion.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got no respect for the man that now knows his side, because I didn't know he was into Scientology. I didn't thought that organization.
I didn't need it until just recently.
Well, that's a real sad thing, because that organization is a fucking nightmare. It's nightmare fuel. L. Ron Hubbard. He stated publicly, you want to make a lot of money really quickly? Start a religion. What did he do? Started a religion, and somehow this passes muster to this day. Now, a lot of places are really coming down and tightening the screws, and I suspect if we have a change in government in Australia, what's recently happened with the Hillsong Church, which is a rather interesting thing that we'll talk about.
I've heard about this recently. There's a lot of shit
going on. Oh, people are coming out saying, well, we used to own this church, but then that bloke basically just bullied us and threatened us into giving up our church, and he absorbed it into his church. And this is how they became so big, is they went around basically bullying smaller churches and absorbing them.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude that was running it may have been a little bit pervy, and his dad definitely was pervy, and he didn't let everyone else know that his dad was pervy, and now it's turning out that he may have been a bit pervy. And then the rest of the fucking pastoral group got together and basically rebelled and went public and went, yeah, we're expelling him from the organization, and we're going to regroup. And don't, if you're a bullet, don't go to Hillsong. Go and find a nice small church in a country town and help them exist by giving that pastor a couple of bucks of your money. Don't give your money to Hillsong. They're a multi-million-dollar corporation that are fleecing a very sizable flock of a lot of fucking money. And what do they offer in return? Slick production values.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fucking it. It's basically a rock concert every Sunday at your local church now. That's what Hillsong are. You should see the music gear those motherfuckers have got. I would murder to get a club with that setup.
What's up, Troy? I see you, buddy. How you doing?
Their sound systems are... They have spent a lot of money. You look at the guitars that the dudes are playing in their fucking band. Go and look at the drum kit the dude's playing. Go and look at all the instruments and notice the names. There's no Epiphones and there's no Squires. There's fucking Strats and fucking Les Paul customs and fucking custom Tama kits and the most insanely expensive brass section you'll ever see. You know, it's. I'm pretty sure what I remember from the Bible, that Jesus takes a very dim view on people pissing good money up against the wall on flashy things instead of preaching the good word and helping the people around you live a better life. And, you know, don't read the Bible if you're a Christian. It becomes very inconvenient faith then if you start, oh, that's a bit of a contradiction. Oh, this is a book of contradictions. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Hey, get off my lawn with your Bible.
Yeah, dude, I watched all those documentaries on Scientology, and what's her name, raising the chick that was in Scientology? What's her name? She was on King of Queens. I always forget her name. She's beautiful. She's absolutely
I remember that lady.
Rhea.
She became a very outspoken
Rimney, something Rimney, yeah. Something Rimney. But anyways, she's awesome. And but I watched her show that she had. She came out with a whole fucking show, three or four seasons. And Leah Remini, that's her name. Before anybody says it, that's her name, Leah Remini. Yeah, I've seen it. Somebody just said Leah. Yeah, Leah Remini. She's awesome. But dude, the details that you can get from her show and stuff, and that fucking religion is just horrible. I mean, there's cover-ups for child molestation. There's beatings. I mean, physical fucking beatings.
Oh, dude, the Sea Org. Do you know about Sea Org?
Sea Org, yeah, the Sea Org's fucking horrible.
It's like there's been people that got out of Sea Org that were in Australia and they just told their stories. It's basically slave labor. I'll say it. Come at me, Scientologists, because I would relish a chance to dance with those fuckers. Now they do some really. They were doing incredibly shady shit. They would get private detectives to follow people around, basically gang stalk people.
Yeah,
legit. Like they
literally stalking people. Yes,
they
literally.
gang stalked people and threatened them with fucking.
They show up to their houses.
Yeah. Oh, they'd go and fucking get all the background info.
There's an episode where they showed they actually caught the people doing this. There was some Scientologists who paid the garbage men to get the garbage and stop down the road and then give them the garbage bags. And then they would go to the garbage. You know, they were literally doing that.
Yep. There was that case of the girl that was locked up in the hotel room, and when they did the autopsy, there was like dozens of cockroach bites on her body. They had her locked up, and cockroaches were chewing on her.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know how they've still got tax exempt status in Australia. They should be driven out of our fucking country. We should all be given a pitchfork and a goddamn. We should all go to Walmart, grab a tiki torch, or whoever's selling them out. If that's right, Walmart doesn't sell tiki torches now. So we all get a tiki torch and a pitchfork, and we all get to march on Sea Org headquarters and all of these places, burn them to the fucking ground, and disseminate the funds.
Talk for just a second. I got
all right,
to
boss.
squirt a little bit.
Go for it. So, yeah, I would be in favour of dismantling Scientology as an organisation, getting their assets, finding the victims of that organisation, compensating the shit out of them, and with the remaining funds, set up community organisations that would benefit the communities that these places were in. All of those buildings can be turned into community centres or sold off to businesses where we could build community centres, build community gardens. So everyone, like, imagine if you could go down to your local community garden and pick some veggies. Things like that, because just a veggie patch serves a better purpose than fucking Scientology, in my humble opinion. Would you agree, chat, that a simple patch of vegetables being grown in the ground has more purpose and a better purpose than the entire organisation of Scientology? That veggie patch will do more good, in the most simplest terms, than the entire organisation of Scientology put together. A single veggie patch. I'm of that opinion. So fuck those guys. They are so bad at what they do. And all of those celebrities that were selling that Kool-Aid shit and getting normal people to go and blow lots of money. What do they used to do? You go down and get the e-meter, and I've been through all those shit. It's utter madness. What do they call it again? You got body thetans. All of that shit. Now it's coming back. I dove into this shit years ago, and I was amazed at what I learned, and I tried to forget most of it because it's fucking garbage. Yeah. I know he wrote sci-fi. There's that movie that I actually like. It had John Travolta in it. And I really, really like that movie. It was cheesy as shit. But that's L. Ron Hubbard's movie. And that, when I learnt that, it's like, I still like the movie, but I will not associate the two together. I love it because John Travolta's acting in that is so over the top. It's fucking cheesy as shit, and he nails it. The Cyclos, greedy, driven by greed, traveling around the universe to find gold. Yeah, so Scientology is just bad juju, and I'm glad most of the world realizes that, but I've still failed to understand why governments in Australia, I do believe, actually I should, Scientology. Tax exemptions. Question mark. Oh, damn. So, Jesus fucking Christ. Apparently, back in 1983, before that, let's have a look at this. Scientology lost its tax exempt status in Australia for a while back in the 80s.
Go.
Right. So in 1983, in the Victorian Supreme Court, they wow, Scientologists argued that a $70 payroll tax should not be paid due to its status as a religious organisation. The Commissioner of Payroll Tax in Victoria had ruled that Scientology was not a religion. The decision was upheld in the Supreme Court in Victoria, and then on appeal in the full court. Wow, judgment concluding Scientology was not a religion relied upon the premise that Scientology was a philosophy rather than a religion, and that the trappings of religion had only been acquired after its establishment in order to give the organization the semblance of a religion. Holy fucking shit. They actually called it what it was. But then they fought this fucking thing and they took it to the High Court.
Yep.
All of these judgments were subsequently overturned by the Scientologist appeal in the High Court of Australia in 1983. The court ruled that the government of Victoria could not deny the church the right to operate in Victoria under the legal status of religion for purposes of payroll taxes. All three judges in the cases found that the Church of the New Faith Church of Scientology was a religion. Those three justices fucking failed epically. Fuck those three guys. Hey, fuck you guys back in 1983. You fucking morons. They laid it out perfectly back up there that it was a philosophy and not a religion. And then you three turds, and I bet you if we go and look into their background, someone sprinkled some money on them somewhere along the line or offered them a golden parachute after the fact, after they were judges. That's disgraceful.
It is disgraceful. God damn it.
So in 1983, the High Court of Australia restored the tax-exempt status of the Church of Scientology.
Yep.
And this decision is now the precedent that's used to judge whether a group's religious or not. So basically, you know what I could probably do? Get the Petty Fam registered as a religious organisation in Australia for Mrs. Parker, because these fucking clowns at Scientology made it so easy that anything, you got to get the basic things down, and then I'm a religion.
You're a monkey bitch.
Yeah, I'm cranky. Angry monkey.
Cranky ass monkey bitch. Raging Girl's in there. She wants to give me her tutor.
Now, just in case anyone in chat does want to read this, I'm going to dump the link there and you can check it later. But that explains the history of why we dick punched them, but then they took it all the way to the very highest court in the land and they won that final appeal, and it overturned all of the other decisions.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So 3 old farts undid the work of probably 150 people in several different courts, proving that these dickheads weren't a religion, just for them to turn around and go, they're a religion. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's
a delicious Coca-Cola Zero.
Oh, sponsorship time.
Yeah. When I am thirsty and have a dry mouth, instead of eating a vagina that's old and dry, I drink a Coca-Cola Zero.
Oh damn! Now I'm gonna have to go to the fridge and get a fresh drink. So I'm gonna do an ad spot. Back in a second.
Yeah. So anyway, Scientology is fucking freaky as hell. We've established that. What's up, Drunken Crow? I see you, bud. Yeah, it's nuttier than peanut butter, baby. Nutter than peanut butter. I don't like them.
Well, just so happens that I'm also seeking sponsorship from Coca-Cola, and I hold in my hand a delicious Mother Energy drink.
There you go.
You know, hi, I'm Red Eye. I'm an atheist. Usually when I want to quench my thirst, I head down to the maternity ward, grab a newborn baby, crack it open and drink it. And maybe eat it as well, because that's what atheists do. But you know what? I found a replacement. Mother Energy drink. Tastes just like newborn babies.
Newborn
but
babies
in the convenience of a can. So give me some money, Coca-Cola. Is that a good ad?
Hey, Red Eye, will you send Landon the link?
How much? What's in it for me?
My dick.
Whoa. I don't know if I want that.
You want it.
I'm pretty sure I don't.
Trust me, you want it.
Oh, I don't know.
You want the dick.
All right. I sent Cork Sniffer the linkity link on this the Discords. Tell that old bastard to
Yeah, I told him you were sending it before you even sent it because I knew you would obey my orders.
Whoa. That's crazy. How did you know?
Because I'm the Lord.
Ah.
I'm the Lord. I've been doing that for days right here going, oh, praise the Lord. And my mama said, shut the fuck up.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Whoa. Oh, listen. Got to talk about Gail. So, yesterday,
Yeah.
Ben was kind enough to invite me on tap. And I haven't caught up with the Gail thing for a couple of years now. I haven't been paying much attention. Now, I remember when she first come onto the scene, it was like, I used to just think, that's someone's grandma, probably. And I used to laugh. And then I heard the stuff that she was saying last night, and it is gone full tilt. We're talking about plasma cannon cervixes, laser labias, weaponized clitorises. It's shit's crazy. Satan's jizzing on people. There's fucking people hotboxing Jesus. Jesus is in a coma. It's like Mecha Gale. There's fucking Mecha Gale now. It's not Mecha Streisand, is it? It's Mecha Gale. It's like, what the holy shit? Has she got a team of writers? This is like
she writes this shit. So here's the thing. She is crazy, but she's creative as fuck.
Is she writing this stuff?
Yes, she's writing.
No. Yes. No way. No.
She really does. She writes books, man. She's got books.
That's someone's grandma. It's got to be. That's someone's grandma.
I'm telling you, dude, she's creative.
She's writing about. I heard the line yesterday. It's like she's talking about Muhammad and Jesus growing up together, and when Muhammad used to get sad about God sort of being cranky at Muhammad, Jesus would give him plutonic hand jobs. Yeah, it's like holy. What in the fuck?
She's nuttier than hell, but she has such a creative brain.
Dude, I now want to. I need to know the backstory, so I've got to go back and listen to like 3 years worth of Gail, because the last time she used to talk about some actor and Brett Spiner and some other dude, and
that's who she's talking about him last night too, in that video.
But there's Mecha Gail. Like I remember she used to have a spaceship. That's when it was getting interesting. That's when I sort of stopped listening. But now there's Mecha Gail. She's shooting her vagina is very weaponized. Like it's basically a BFG at this point. I'm going, what in the goddamn holy shit and fuck?
Yeah, block that person right there, please.
Oh, we can do that. Oh, oops. I haven't done that more. Thank you. Still works.
And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to go ahead and tell you why. Because this person, I guess, come from here too. But over on TikTok, every video they were saying puppy update, and I asked them to stop, and they wouldn't do it, and they kept on doing it. So I blocked them. Then they created like 2 or 3 other accounts and doing it. So yeah, just block them when they come in and say that shit. I'm not, dealing with that bullshit. Yeah. This is a grumpy old man. Get off our line.
Yeah, come on, man. Really, don't come around doing that to our lawn.
Yeah,
seriously.
We're on our line.
I just sprayed for fucking grubs, and you come around to do that. Oh, wow, man.
We just laid some good sod down.
Yeah, man. What the hell? Fertilized.
Planted some damn tulips over there. Y'all fucking with our shit.
Yeah, got down on my hands and knees and I massaged the lawn with my bare hands. Like, give it a good back rub.
Nesbitt? Hey, Nesbitt. How do you say that first name? Renathus?
That'll do.
Renaz?
I'm going to pronounce it Barry.
George Floyd. Tucson. I make shit on myself.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, part of getting old, bit of poop.
Yeah.
I don't know. No good at all. Still waiting for my sponsorship money from Coca-Cola. It has not arrived yet. I'm disappointed.
By the way, speaking of sponsorship money, tip if you can because it's much, much needed. Landon said if you come back and ain't no tips, he's going to be upset.
Gonna take a poop on someone. He's older than us, so you don't want that.
Yeah, he's nasty.
He's been drinking too tonight, so he'll be all ornery and cranky and shit. He'd be like a cranky old.
Yeah. He got a cane that you pull it out, it's a sword, he'll cut you.
Yeah.
He's a ninja. He's an old man ninja.
I did not know that.
Yeah. He went to ninja school.
Shit. Man, I didn't know. I went to samurai school, but not ninja school.
I went to forklift school. I got so tickled at a meme I seen the other day. I know it was on TikTok. I think it was a video, and he was like he was in some kind of sporting stadium, and he was or concert or something. And he was showing his phone off. He said, "These motherfuckers must not know that I'm a certified forklift driver." It's so stupid, but funny.
Oh, God.
It's so stupid, but it made me laugh. So how's everybody doing at this moment?
Well, let's see what chat's got to say. Chat's got nothing to say. Fine.
Fuck them.
Fine. See if we care.
I don't care.
Just stay off the lawn.
Stay off the goddamn lawn.
Yeah, turn down that rock and roll music, whatever the hell it is.
Last night on Tap, Ben said, "If beer's getting so big, eventually it's going to cover your face." I said, "Eventually," and I pulled it up on my face and.
Oh, hold on. All right, Australia would like to apologise to America for Nick Kyrgios. Nick Kyrgios has had another temper tantrum as he bowed out of the Houston Open. Yeah, look, this dude's a really talented tennis player.
Yeah.
But he has... You know how I may or may not have slight issues with anger management?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so's Nick. Except Nick's a tennis player who's a professional who goes to fucking Wimbledon and goes to, like, the Houston Open and has fucking meltdowns out on the court. It's like, you get paid a lot of money to have meltdowns. I need to get his gig because I could do that. I could go out and play. Oh, I wouldn't play tennis anywhere near as good as him, but I could have a meltdown that was probably on par with his quite easily, probably better.
Probably.
Yeah, so sorry about that, America. We owe you, I don't know, a decent game of tennis without someone spitting the dummy. Because it's real shit. We used to have, like, this really good stable of tennis players. Like, we had Pat Cash. We had some really good players. And then this generation of players, they're all fucking brats. Like, one of the other big tennis players from Australia, he regularly gets busted cruising in his sports car, fucking speeding and shit. Thinks he's above the law.
Really?
Yeah, he won't pull over. He'll just speed off and the cops have to go around and give him his ticket at home later. It's fucking... He's such a fucking turd. Bernard Tomic. That's his name. He is a fucking turd of a human being, that kid. Really good tennis player. Arrogant prick. And doesn't listen to his coaches. And that's why he's never going to get anywhere professionally. And for the last few years, he's actually... haven't heard of him in any big matches. I think he might have just stopped playing in the big circuits. Oh, no. John McEnroe was one of the best players on the planet and one of the most entertaining fucking things you'll ever see in your goddamn life.
Yeah, and John would have explosions on the court, but it was different than what Red Eye was talking about.
John McEnroe was doing it to entertain the crowd.
Yeah.
This kid is having a dummy spit because he feels slighted and he's having a dummy spit. McEnroe did that to entertain a stadium full of people and all the viewers at home. So the Australian Open, we expected McEnroe to play someone like Pat Cash or another big player, Boom, whoever the fuck was up at the time. And for him to lose his shit at a line call or whatever the hell, and he'd get in front of the umpire again. Clearly that, like, he wasn't swearing. He'd just be like yelling out in his shrill voice. Clearly that ball was in. Come on, man. What? Everyone's just going, blah, and the umpire would be getting into it too and raising his voice going, Mr. McEnroe, that ball was out. Get back and play tennis. And it was entertaining as fuck. What this turd does is basically start swearing and throwing his racket around like a fucking brat. Kind of like what I'd do. So, and I'm a horrible sport. So, yeah, Nick Kyrgios, just play tennis, dude, because you got game.
He got a good name too,
dude. He's like
sounds like curious.
He's a character.
Yeah,
like he's covered in tats, and he's a bit of a showboat. And when he's playing good tennis, like they at the Australian Open, I think they might have won the doubles. Him and his partner were just showboating, and it got to the point where the other players were going, "This is very disrespectful."
Yeah,
like if they were just hamming it right the fuck up, and the crowd loved it. But when he does this shit, it's like, nah, that's just you being a dick. Don't be a dick.
There's an old man here.
Try turning your microphone on.
It keeps getting older and older. He's fingering us.
Oh. That's a weaponized finger, sir. Where's that finger?
He stuck the whole hand up her ass right there. He went from one finger to five. Shit.
It's still pooted. Have you got him muted, Bill?
All right.
There it is. There you go.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone, latitude. And hello from your friendly universal astronomer. Yeah.
Stay still. I think a hippie broke into your house. I can see some lava lamps behind you. Just check for hippies. You may have an incursion.
That's one of these guys. Turn this one and turn on that one. You have to stay long enough to see them. But hello there, Great PIMPMUNK. How are you doing? And of course, please do give my best compliments to your honorable mom. She deserves it. And allegedly, hi to an Australian, allegedly.
Hello. I will reply to you by using my water pipe simulator. Check this one out. This is a great simulation of a water pipe. Bloody good simulation, that one.
That's a really good simulation. I mean, the computation necessary to get all those items in play from a virtual space to a sound.
Magnificent.
Hats off. Magnificent. Yes.
You know, high Dolby stereo, mate.
Yes, you did in stereo too, which is like I can feel the spatialness. Should it actually be a real water pipe, because it's not. You know,
that's why. Yeah, it was one of the best simulations money can buy.
I concur.
So, PIMPMUNK.
Yes, sir.
When you first approached me, I said people need a tip.
Well, you're going to be disappointed. There's nothing.
Nothing.
Not
they
one
didn't
freaking
comply.
thing. They did not. I told them too. No, they did not comply. They're like a young black man with a police officer.
I warned them too. I said, when Lanny gets angry, he goes around kicking at trees till they fall over, and he just kicked over 178 foot tall fucking Douglas fir just because someone pissed him off at the local shop.
Yep.
You wait, he's going to destroy a forest now.
Violent shit.
Yeah, I feel so sad about Doug. But
I'm sorry.
I chose not to take the top.
Yeah.
Of the tree. I was thinking about, should I take the tippy top there? But I don't want to take it like a trophy. So we have some We have some Douglas fir cones and some sprigs from the side, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to take like a trophy thing. So
Yeah.
because Doug was cool. Even the eagles. We had eagles flying around Doug towards the end of his life.
Well, damn. That's pretty
And I'd say a lot of the conifers around that area are definitely produced by that tree too. So
cool.
Yeah. I mean,
you could actually get checked out with genetics if you do a little DNA test on some of the trees. I bet you identify them as direct offspring.
So those that don't know, this was a Douglas fir that got struck by a primary bolt of lightning and split about 2/3 way down the trunk and had to be put down. This was 54.5 meters. That's 178.8 feet tall.
Yes.
It was 145 centimeters or 57 inches wide, about human height above the ground. And it was sprouted in 1855.
Yeah.
And had a great life. Lots of birds, lots of things around it that benefited from that marvelous tree we call Doug. And so, thank you, Doug.
Yeah.
But boy, that when that bullet hit that tree, there were some blasts. The tree exploded, and there was charge from that tree that flew quite a great distance. 70 meters, almost 230 feet from the tree, from that lightning bolt explosion. It was not a simple zap. It was a kabam sort of thing. So Doug went out with a bang.
Landon, I'm about to blow your mind. What if I told you that Doug has been reincarnated as a goat in Australia, who's now on a road trip with 4 of his rescuers?
Oh,
check Discord, because Doug, what's this? Baby goat Doug goes on an epic WA road trip after his rescue by 4 Good Samaritans. So they've got Doug the Thug, which is a little baby feral goat, and they've rescued it. So Doug got reincarnated as a goat in Australia, apparently.
Well, there you go.
And now they've got a dog collar on this little bastard, and I do know goats are pretty friendly, and if you feed it, that goat will now think you're its mum, and it will follow you around like a dog.
Damn.
Yeah. So they found this baby goat named it Doug, and now they're taking on a fucking road trip.
And Doug the tree was not very didn't move very much except when it fell down.
No, Doug's final moments were fucking epic. Doug went out like a boss, and not many trees get to make that sound. Very, very few trees get to make that level of sound. And when that thing went over, that was biblical. That crack when
And you felt the ground boom when this thing hit the ground. You felt it quite a.
What would that have? Let's just say you had some monitoring gear. What would that thump have read on the Richter on the scale?
Probably 2?
Real quick,
Damn.
I got a $20 Temple of String Ladders from Drunken Crow, so I could find
that. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I was hoping.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
I really do. I damn sure need it, buddy. So thank you. I appreciate you very much.
So so,
big chunk. So y'all keep doing it if you can.
Yeah,
if you can,
do more. Do it. And there's links in the description below that you can contribute to. As I recall, there's probably some stuff with Streamlabs and Patreon and PayPal
and Venmo and Cashapp. So there you go. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you, buddy. I'm your favorite. Thank you. I should be your favorite because I'm amazing.
Anyway, so that's I don't mean to lose a point, but we are appreciative of the life of Doug. And
yes, sir.
But now that the tree fell, behind it is this very large cherry tree that's in full bloom. So
okay.
It's not Doug, but it's definitely
something in it.
We cut one of these thin, couple of thin slices off the tree, and one of them is we use a tabletop. We're gonna make a table out of it. Another one, we're gonna make one of those interpretive signs that show the various things in the life of Doug back to 1855. It was sprouted before settlers came to this area, so it's definitely not a recent tree.
Yes.
What? Any idea what the oldest Douglas fir is that's known to man? I wonder how long can they live? Because you got trees over there like those redwoods that can live for thousands of years, right?
Yeah, and Douglas firs are in the go into like the 2,000-year range.
Whoa.
The Douglas firs. Even this was 54.5 meters high. The extent of Douglas firs typically goes somewhere in the 67 to 80 meter range at their extreme. The problem is as they get higher and higher, they get more zap, 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 zap from lightning. The tallest trees are in places where they're like in a canyon, where the tall trees at the bottom of the canyon that can rise up, and there's trees at the edge of the canyon that take the brunt of the lightning. Because basically that's as you get higher and higher, those trees become a magnet for lightning, and that's usually what takes them out. Now we don't have much lightning around here, not like you might find in Mississippi. I know you folks in Mississippi have lightning.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Quite a bit. But again, the trees there, any tree that gets too high above the rest, lightning just goes zap, 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 and takes it out. So,
yeah, but these things, just looking at website says that they've got an average lifespan, or at least 500 years, sometimes exceed 1,000 years. The Rocky Mountain Douglas firs have a shorter lifespan, living no more than 400 years. And I think the reason that you mentioned is probably the biggest contributor to their death is that they just get so tall that they become a lightning rod and get taken out.
Yep. And so that's the thing. So the great redwoods you find at places like Redwood National Park, the Sequoia hypervirens, the ones that reach 100 meters in the height, twice what Doug was. Those that survive that long, that high, you've got to be in a narrow, in the bottom of a narrow canyon, where you're up high, and the rest of the top of the canyon protects you from that set.
Yeah.
But yeah, that it becomes, and so the thing is, why did we cut it down? Well, most of the cambium layer, that the living part of the tree, was boiled away from the lightning strike. So the result is that the rest of the active part of the living tree was so compromised that it couldn't sustain the rest of its limbs, because it had limbs that were big. Limbs that were like big as giant trees, right? There were limbs that were like that big around coming off of it. But having lost basically most of its living tissue, it didn't have enough to sustain those limbs. And if it left alone and the wind hadn't taken it out, it would have just basically starved itself to death.
Yeah, you can't sort of cut them down to the base and let them resprout into fresh trees either. That's not how those work. So
yeah, those are not sproutable things like that.
Yeah.
So Doug was a nest for eagles. We had there were bald eagles and golden eagles in its tops. It had all kinds of critters at the bottom because it had a huge canopy. But as they were, the eagles left obviously when the lightning strike. That was the thing as well. You've mentioned when that storm came, the birds took off, and it was dead silence before the storm came.
Yeah. That's when it's going to be a nasty storm. It's when all the birds bug out, and it's just like there's no critters making noises. That's the ones you worry about. when the birds are all sitting around in the trees out the front of your house going beep, 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 and the storm's rolling in, not going to be a bad storm. There's going to be a bit of rain. The birds are hanging around to have a shower. That's why they're all sitting out there. But when they bug the fuck out, that's when you go, uh-oh. When the bush goes silent and the storm's rolling in, you go, batten down the hatches.
Yep. And so that was thing. So, but interesting to see, that these eagles flying around the tree. They're obviously curious as to what was going on, but realized they weren't going to land, because the eagles would sit on the tree and look for prey and come down and grab it. So it's kind of interesting testimony to the life of Doug, of these eagles flying around the high bits of this tree.
Oh, the cherry tree's the boss now.
yeah, and we have a Canadian maple outside where there's this maple big enough we have a house inside the tree.
Wow.
So there's a big maple, but not tall, but it's
wide.
It's wide. Yeah.
Kind of like some fat bitches.
but more beautiful. And not as hairy.
Landon, you heard it. Landon said fat women are ugly. You heard it.
Clip it.
No, he didn't say that. I said that. Red Eye said that.
Yeah, clip that as well. Clip all the clips. Clip that clip and put it in a clip.
Put it in a clip with other clips. And y'all need to tip with some clips, because goddamn, I need it badly, like extremely badly. I want to make the big hunky hunk tips tonight.
So what is your goal tonight?
I haven't really set one, just as much as I can get, because I need to pay rent, groceries, whores, and drugs, and no, I really don't need rent and groceries. Yeah. So I really hadn't set a certain amount, but I'll take what I can get, as Red Eye says to prostitutes.
Wow. We're supposed to talk about that.
We are supposed to talk about. I talk about everything. We're open here. We're transparent.
Okay.
We're transgender parents.
Huh. Transparents.
Yeah. There's actually a show on Amazon called Transparent. It's about that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a new Amazon Prime show based on the video game. I'm gonna watch it too when I get through this other one. Halo.
Oh God. What are they gonna do to Master Chief?
I don't know, but it's getting a lot of it's on Amazon Prime. It's on Paramount Plus, which I have it on Prime. So, I think they're getting good reviews. I think. So I'm gonna check it out and see what it's all about when I get a chance.
Yeah, it's not a bad story. The story of Master Chief ain't bad. I've watched some of the lore. Yeah, it'll work. I'm not a huge Halo fan, but I don't hate the fucking franchise either. It's not shit. It's just Microsoft sort of tried to use it as their, well, you got to buy an Xbox to come and play the Halos. And it's like, well, they don't do that anymore, thank God. They've opened it up so PC players can jump on there and everyone can. They've worked out that everyone's got fucking money, funnily enough. It's like, oh, shit. People that own other consoles have got money. And PC players have got money. Oh, really? Who would have thunk it? So then they went and released a bunch of shit on PC and everyone went boo because they rushed it. And then they started fixing it. So, and now I'm kind of understand why the game came out broken. It's because the fucking suits went, oh, Netflix, give them to IP and maybe they won't ruin it and we'll make money. So they did. They did that recently with another fucking franchise from Japan, and it went badly. I think they've canned it after a few shows. Forget the fucking name of it. But yeah, they got to do it properly. So they need to get the voice actor in that's done Master Chief for the games, or else that's not going to be.
Well, this is an act. It's not like animation. It's actual character actors and stuff.
Yeah, well, they can still just. Here's one benefit they've got. Master Chief's like Dredd. Helmet never comes off. You don't usually see his face, from what I understand, except for when he was a kid and they were in training. That's when you saw his face. And ever since then, he's helmet on.
Oh.
So as long as they've got that iconic voice, it could work. Doesn't matter who's in the fucking suit. Kind of like Darth Vader. It's just like you just voice the shit over.
Yeah.
So that could work. And if they get the OG dude that is Master Chief, that everybody recognizes as Master Chief, and it's well written, could work.
Well, all right then. I know nothing about it. So I'm going to go with what you say. Cause
it's a solid franchise with a lot of lore behind it. So there's a lot of material that they can write about from how Master Chief was created. Basically, they went and grabbed kids and replaced the kids with clones that dropped dead rapidly, so no one would look for the kids. And then what they did to these kids and augmented them and basically killed a bunch of them doing it. And then the survivors became these super soldiers that were the last hope of mankind against the war against the whoever the fuck they are. I forget the name of the aliens.
Yeah.
And Master Chief kicks fucking ass. And
I should be Master Chief. Master Pimp.
Master Pimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose we could put you in a purple suit of armor. Pimp purple.
Yeah.
Give you a big space cane, go around belting people with.
Yeah, give me some space hoes.
Yeah, pimp slap all the aliens.
Yeah.
What you mean? You give me that 50 space bucks.
Bitch better give me my money. Bitch better give me my money.
All right. Hey, so they've called the election in Australia, Landon, 6 weeks from today.
Yeah, so I sent you that link.
It's on like Donkey Kong. And here's what Morrison's got against fucking Albanese. He's got, you can vote for us because you know that we're going to fuck you in the butt, but you don't know what that other guy's going to do because they can't talk shit about it because all he did was just stay out of the limelight for the last 6 weeks and let Scott Morrison make a complete fucking ass out of himself. Like that moment when he walked into that pub and the old blokes basically says, "Get fucked, mate."
Yeah, I mean, so it'd be like for Americans, it'd be like if the president of the United States says, "Hey, I'm going to be folksy. I'm going to go into a bar," and the bar basically goes, "Screw you."
Yeah.
Oh no, the old dude fucking told him, fucking was swearing at him at the end of it. That's why ScoMo had to walk. And the other one was when the lady said, "Oh, can I just get a quick, video? Just the Prime Minister," and she leans in, and then ScoMo's got this big smile on his face, and the lady just goes, "This is Scott Morrison, the worst Prime Minister Australia's ever had." And just you see the smile just melt away from his fucking face, and it's just like, "Bravo, madam, bravo." And then, in typical Australian style, the wanker that's the current leader of the Australia United Party, Clive Palmer's clown fucking car posse of fucking wankers. Mr. Kelly was sitting at a park in Melbourne, not giving a shit about COVID, or anything like that. And two ladies or a ladies run up behind him and basically cracked a couple of eggs over his head. Yeah, there it is. I was wearing mine proudly the other day in town and got several laughs. People love that shirt. I'm wearing it to the election on election day. I'm wearing it down there, and I'm going to stand in front of the ULP member and just look at them, and I'm going to say, "Now what?" And I'm going to point to the "in my opinion" part of the shirt, and then just point to Clive Palmer is a fatty McFuckhead.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
So, by the way, thank you, Red Eye, for this T-shirt.
It was my pleasure. Got another one here. The Bro Mario shirt's wrapped up waiting for you, mate. So
okay, yes. So it might come as a surprise, but in my opinion, of the first world nations, Australia probably has the most corrupt government.
Yeah, we've practiced a lot, and I think we've got it down to a
You have
fine
some
art.
epic. People in the States make fun of like Chicago politics, but they have nothing on Australia.
Let me school you
Yeah.
fucking Yanks in corruption. Let me tell you about the fucking top banana, the big fucking kahuna himself. This dude was corrupt as fuck, and he got knighted by the Queen. Sir
Really?
Joe Bjork Peterson. Top banana in this day. Like this is how fucked Sir Joe was. So Australia's rolling out a railway network nationally, right?
Yeah.
Now you think when you're rolling out a national rail network that you'd have a gauge of track that's uniform across all states.
So trains from National Rail Network, trains from one state could go into another state.
Yeah, right. So you think, in a nutshell, you think you'd have the rails the same width and the same gauge, right? Well, not in fucking sunny Queensland, because Joe had this great idea. We'll make them unload all of the cargo at the border and load them on a different train, and we'll create jobs. No, you created a bottleneck in freight that lasted decades, you stupid old fucking prick. Thanks for that. So they used to roll the trains up from all around Australia, and they'd get to the border of Queensland and go, and they'd have to unload every car onto another train because we ran a different fucking gauge of rail than the rest of the country.
Different width of rail. Just because Sir Joe got,
right? This guy was in power for so long that he actually had a squad of police at his disposal where if you looked like you could give Joe a run for his money at the election, you'd get a visit from this squad. And they'd tell you, you're not running. We got some dirt on you, or we'll just make some shit up about you.
Yeah, that thing is that if you were squeaky clean, they'd say, well, it doesn't matter. We'll
make shit up about you. Fuck you. Right?
Yeah.
And this guy ran our state for decades, and he finally come unstuck at what was called the Fitzgerald Inquiry, where it was the corruption was so fucking obviously blatant. It was like aliens would fly past our solar system and go, holy fucking shit, what is that? That's the corruption detector. And they'd zone in and go, holy fuck, that funny looking fucking little continent on that weird planet, the third rock from the sun, that's just lit up like a motherfucker. The whole east coast of it is just like this beacon of corruption. We shall never go there. And they flew away and put up a sign outside our solar system saying, stay the fuck away from those cunts. They'll just steal all your shit.
Yeah. And by this Sir Joe guy was in power during this, and played a pivotal role in the 1975 constitutional crisis when the asshat known as Charles, the so-called Prince of Wales, the guy with the ear who is one of the spawns of the bitch known as Elizabeth. He participated in overthrowing the government of Australia.
Damn.
I'm not kidding, right?
Yeah.
That those royals over there in PIMPMUNK, orchestrated an overthrow of the elected government in Australia.
Yeah. Got a conservative government put in place, and so they'd bend at the knee to whatever they wanted to do.
Yep.
And so they did. And Sir Joe was a big part of that. Sir Joe was.
Next time you see Charles, give him the right.
There you go.
Yeah, and now New South Wales are dealing with something similar. Their Premier Gladys Berejiklian, also known as allegedly the koala killer, because on her watch, guess what happened in Australia? Koalas got put on the endangered species list because New South Wales and my government in Queensland just went, yeah, those gum trees that are everywhere? Fuck them. You could bulldoze them and build fucking housing development. Now, make sure you build all the new housing developments down in the floodplain so when it fucking rains, everyone's house floods. Because we don't want to build smart. We just want to build. So the conservative fucking state governments allowed so much fucking habitat to be destroyed that koalas are now on an endangered species list. So thank you, conservatives to the Queensland and New South Wales. You've done so well with the fucking environment. Haven't you? Koalas are fucking endangered. How the fuck did that happen? They're like tree rats. They were everywhere.
I mean, imagine if somebody in the United States did something to cause squirrels to become endangered.
Yeah, there you go. That's a pretty good fucking goddamn comparison. Imagine if raccoons become so fucking goddamn pressed for environment that you had to put them on an endangered species list. They're on your fucking coat of arms. What? Koalas are on your coat of arms.
The lady, on the other hand, portrayed herself as being, well, I'm saving the koalas, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing all this great stuff for them, when in fact she was doing the opposite. And her deputy,
All right.
yeah.
Where's the spaghetti bowl? Just point me in the direction of the spaghetti bolognese, said the deputy premier as he went to feed his face and win another spaghetti eating competition. That's right. The deputy premier of New South Wales, that fat fuck, wins spaghetti eating competitions, right? Fucking, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to fat people, but this guy's a fat fuck because he's a disgusting pig of a human being.
He's not as big as Clive Palmer, but
Clive Palmer's a Jabba the Hutt. He's a Hutt. It's Clive the Hutt. It's not Clive Palmer the human. He's an actual Hutt from Star Wars. He's a big slug.
So as I say, it is a sad, but Australia is one of probably the most corrupt first world nations you will find.
Hey, boss! It turns out that I can be really grumpy when I talk about Australian political figures because I know a lot about these corrupt bastards.
Yeah, I understand shit. Well, this is what this show's about, just fucking talking about shit.
Well,
or streams about.
It's kind of relevant because for the next 6 weeks, we're going to have an election and you might hear me talk about it a bit because it's kind of relevant.
Yeah.
But here's the beauty of it. On the 7th week, you probably hear me go, yay, someone won, or fucking Conservatives won again.
Yeah.
And that'll be the end of it. I won't go on for the next 5 years about, the sky is falling because the Conservatives have taken government yet again. Things will be shit and wage growth will be stagnant and everyone's going to just pay more for shit. But hey, that's what they want. If they elected Conservative government, we get what we choose. So strap the fuck in, everyone. It's going to be fun here down under.
Yeah, I don't reason I was being quiet because I don't know nothing about it. So I ain't gonna, But
the funniest thing is that's happened in the last few weeks is that the media seems to have flipped. Usually the Conservatives get the control of the narrative and the media outlets are on their side. Well, I think a couple of owners of certain media outlets have had a gutful of Scott Morrison.
So
they've turned on him. Murdoch. And it's got to the point where one of his fucking senators are coming and going, oh, this is just media political hit pieces. It shouldn't happen. And it's just like, excuse me, ma'am, where the fuck were you when they were doing this for the last 10 years to every Labor candidate, you fucking cow? Shut your fucking mouth. Go sit down the back of the fucking room and be quiet, you bitch. You fucking have such high double standards. Don't do it to ScoMo, but it's okay to do it to Kevin Rudd, Julia Gillard, and fucking every other Labor leader for the last 10 years. Go fuck yourself, lady. How do you like it? Not much fun wearing these fucking boots, is it, when everybody's on your fucking leader's case, calling him out for 10 years worth of bullshit? Where was ScoMo when Australia burned? Sitting on a beach in Hawaii. To the point when his wife went, why are you still here, Scott? Fuck off and do your job. That was his own family told him to go home, by the way. Because they wanted to have a nice holiday and they got sick of the press taking photos of ScoMo sitting there with a drink with an umbrella and it going, sucking on it while Australia fucking burned. Fuck you, Scott Morrison. Fuck you, prick.
I really ain't mentioned Tip because ain't nobody watching. If y'all watching Tip.
Chased everybody off with ranting about Australian politics. Yeah.
Ain't no big deal. I mean, I didn't expect much to watch anyway. It was Saturday Night Random. DP's still alive, so.
We didn't advertise.
How long is DP allegedly alive?
I don't know, sir. They've been going a while now.
Oh, we'll keep going.
And I mean, we'll go for a little bit anyway, because here in a minute I gotta go eat something. I'm hungry. But I wish we could get some tips though, because I am fucking broke.
Go get some food. We can take care of stuff. Just chill for a while.
Yeah, why don't you go get some food?
Oh,
we'll hold the fort down, and
I'm
we'll
good.
wait till DP finishes,
Doesn't
and then
trust us,
get a
though.
bigger audience.
I'm good.
He's got trust issues. He doesn't trust us. He thinks we'll go and talk about science or something.
Or
Don't you, Pimp? Is
Nah.
that what you're frightened of?
No,
You're frightened we might teach your
I'd rather
audience
you
something?
talk about science and politics. At least I know a little bit about science.
Well, in the world of science this week, a full civilian crew took off for the ISS.
Yeah.
We're there. Space tourism is a fucking thing. They paid over $50 million for the experience each. So that flight, 150 something million dollars in funding was covered by, is it three civilians?
Mm-hmm.
Or 4.
Is it 4? 3, maybe 4. So, and they're going up for, I do believe it's 8 days, or nearly 2 weeks up on the ISS. Space tourism is legit a thing in 2022. It's like, I was alive to see it. First space tourist fucking being flown up to the ISS, which is a fucking magnificent achievement. Now, cost effectiveness. Well, I don't think too many of us are going to be splurging on a $50 million fucking holiday.
But if you tip, then the PIMPMUNK here can consider doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or if nothing else, feeding his family and his pets and all that sort of good stuff.
Mm-hmm. And
So,
not
yeah.
getting addicted.
Yeah, that's a good goal.
It
So-
is a good go.
So August says he goes to base, he's staying. So
I'll go until I hit their goal. Dun, dun, dun. If I
I
go
can
to
see-
space, I'm staying. Yeah. Yep. If we had the technology to be able to just be self-sufficient in space, I'd probably go too. I honestly think I would. I'd say, right, I know it's one way and we're going and it's self-sufficient and there's going to be a lot of limited shit. I'm cool.
Ain't no way. I wouldn't.
Well, I'm a lock-in, so I'm pretty cool just being in a pretty sort of small space. I'd be kind of a really good candidate for that sort of shit.
And you're used to being upside down and
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
You're oddly so space would be like, yeah, what's different?
Yeah, I'll just put a window down on the floor. Someone fucking everything's going to be great. Just walk on the roof. It's like it's just like when I was back home. You know? Put Velcro on certain spots so I could just like attach myself to a wall, have a sleep.
But that is an amazing thing to do is if you get to know the sky well enough and you go down under, allegedly, and look up, you see a different sky. In the moon, even the moon looks different.
Yeah, you guys, your moon's all weird and wrong up there.
So they're if you're used to a moon like this, their moon is like that. It's different.
Yeah.
See, I still think that America has had a like this plan to portray themselves as the top. Where I think that maybe we're up the north, and you guys have just been saying that you're up north, and that I think that that's what's going on.
Is that what you think?
Yeah. So I mean, Pim, if I ask you, what direction is the sun?
Mm-hmm.
The sun is in the
Over there.
Yeah, in the south.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's not the way it is down there.
No, it's over there.
Yeah, they have the moon. They have the sun in the north.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Can you believe that?
They're assholes.
So that just means that I think you guys have used CGI to portray yourselves as the Northern Hemisphere when I'm going to start being a proponent of inverted Earth. Right? Fucking flat Earth, fucking ridiculous. But yeah, you just spun the thing around and made it look like we're at the bottom, you fucking lying sacks of shit. Darwin is actually the most furthest southern city in Australia when we place ourselves in the northern hemisphere, and it means Hobart is actually the most furthest north, and Tasmania. It's all crazy, but it all makes sense when you think about it, and you drink enough.
So you're saying that that Australia is the most is northern.
We're in the northern hemisphere. You guys are in the southern hemisphere. You've got all this shit ass about face. Inverted Earth.
Well, I mean, PIMPMUNK does say
See,
he's.
I just stumped Landon Curtin all everybody. Clip it. Put it out there.
So PIMPMUNK claims he's a Southerner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Claim.
How could he be a Southerner if he's in the northern hemisphere?
But he's in the southern states of something that's in the northern hemisphere. So I'm claiming that he's actually telling the truth. Pimp's a truther, right?
Well, maybe
he's in the southern hemisphere.
He's a Southerner in the southern hemisphere, not the northern.
He's a southerner in the southern hemisphere. But when you portray yourselves to be in the northern hemisphere, he's saying that he's a southerner because you guys have put Mississippi at the bottom. So you're even putting Mississippi down. Hey, Pimp, in my version, Mississippi's one of the top states, dude. Boom, I got you back. Mississippi's no longer down the bottom, being forced to get cyclones and stuff and weird things from the Gulf of Mexico.
Mississippi sucks.
So we're going to fix that problem for you. We got this.
Yep.
Inverted Earth. I challenge all of the fucking globers out there to debate me on this bullshit. I mean, absolutely
There's
fascinating
absolutely
topic.
one person watching right now.
Now, it's true that when you talk about how do you know what's the North Pole and South Pole, it's direction of spin of the planet that is defined, but that's the minor detail. So
look, now it goes the other way when I'm talking. Yeah, that's just seems legit.
If there's one person tipping and one person watching, then that person watching could tip.
It's August. August has just revealed themselves to their own shame.
Yeah, there's two people apparently now, but none of them's tipping.
Wow.
Yeah, we fucking booming. It's so crazy. Over here, I'm sucking, and I'm looking on my phone on TikTok, and I'm getting like 20-something thousand views on a video that I posted just a little bit ago. So it's just ridiculous.
Look, it's
YouTube's a fucking wasteland.
well at the moment. It's kind of a weird thing. Like I'm watching Mrs. Parker and the other folks, and they're doing certain things, and Mrs. Parker does a whole bunch of weird shit. Actually, she's great to watch, but there is always a little bit of their toes are being dipped in drama, and you're not doing that, and and I understand why, and I'm not. It's just.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I ain't bashing. I just don't do that. Yeah, I just don't do that.
I'm a massive member of Petty Fam. I'm over there being petty as fuck. Don't worry about that. But it's for fun. Like, I don't go onto other people's channels and I watch Mrs. Parker's channel. I talk mad shit in her chat about the subject matter. Mm-hmm. I've never gone to any of the channels that she's looked at or any of the people and said shit to them. That's not what I'm about. We just get in there and do the petty, hey. It's all tongue-in-cheek fucking bullshit fun. Yeah, but look, over here, we have a different sort of fun. We just talk mad shit about different things, and usually people aren't on YouTube. Like, I just talk mad shit about our Prime Minister because he's a douchebag. And I'm going to really enjoy this election. Even if they do win, they're going to have to fucking work hard to get across the line. And to see the Conservatives actually have to go out and do groundwork and talk to people usually ends up with a whole bunch of fantastic clips like that old dude at the pub going, do a fucking better job. You're a prick.
Ain't nobody watching. Ain't hardly nobody watching, but I'm going to make a fucking offer right now. And I don't want to do this.
Uh-oh.
I'll shave my beard.
Oh.
For $1,200, I'll shave my beard.
Oh.
God damn.
Wow.
Ain't nobody watching, so they ain't gonna happen, but yeah.
So
I don't want to do it.
I'm doing August asked you, I'm doing really well, having mourned the loss of the tree and back to doing some coding. I just had a wonderful cork sniffer dinner with lots of fun little cork sniffing sips of stuff, and we are we're doing fine here. Doing fine here. And Vlad, how you doing? Vlad's in the chat room.
Yeah. See, this count thing's off though. 'Cause, like, sometimes it'll say, like right now it says 0 people watching. I know it's people watching because they're talking. So
Yeah, just ignore the YouTube fucking statistics because they're garbage.
It's
you probably
wrong.
find you get a add-on for Chrome that will give you an accurate reading of who's in chat. I'd bet $5 on the fact that there's probably an add-on somewhere where you can get that sort of info.
I mean, I know that Vlad's watching because I said hi and he typed in the chat, hi, Vlad.
And August is watching. So.
Yep.
Yeah. There could be a few people that aren't logged in just chilling as well, that aren't in chat. And I don't know if they'll register them as viewers or not. I don't know how it works in the back end of YouTube, whether if you're only sort of counted as a statistic if you're logged into a YouTube account, or does it just count all views? I've never understood, or I've never looked into how they work this shit. So that's something that may be worth looking into, is getting an understanding of how they work the back end and what statistics count, what statistics don't. Obviously, like I was sub to Ryan George. He's that guy that does the Screen Rants pitch meetings. He's fucking funny as fuck. It's just him talking back and forth with himself, pitching all of the different movies ideas, and it's really funny shit. And I watch his stuff all the time, and I just noticed one day that his stuff dropped off my feed, and I went and looked through my sub count. It had bumped me off, and it's like he's really YouTube friendly. Like he gets sponsorships, and they're knocking his fucking subscriptions off. And you think YouTube would bend over backwards to look after these content creators? It's like, no, they don't give a shit.
They don't care.
I think it's about time that they changed the leadership role, and Susan went and did something else. And they need to get someone to focus inwards on the company and to fix the back end.
Yeah.
Like the engineering, the engine room is in dire need of a fucking goddamn refurbishment.
Allegedly disavowed.
Yeah. That's just my humble opinion, is that maybe Susan could move on and do something else now, because I can't see her accomplishing anything else that's worth a pinch of shit here. She hasn't done anything that's worth a pinch of shit. She's actually screwed the pooch, to use NASA terminology. She screwed it fucking badly. All hands fucking went down with the fucking goddamn vessel. And they could turn this shit around if they wanted. They could reverse a lot of things. They could create that adult section, which would create a whole new fucking world where people could have serious conversations and swear at each other and get annoyed with each other. Not X-rated. I'm talking about like 18 only. You've got the ability to join memberships, credit card. They're already using all that stuff. They could set up a system where you could be verified as a fucking adult and go into an adults only section where you don't have to worry about fucking upsetting anyone's apple cart. And if kids do manage to get in there, that's on the parents, not YouTube's fault. You know, parents need to take a little bit of responsibility for little Johnny and what he's viewing on the computer at home.
Sure.
I think that's a fair thing.
But I understand in Australia they're trying to propose legislation to say you can't be mean online.
Oh, they've already done that. So a judge, someone was rude to a judge, I think. Oh no, this one. Someone was just rude to someone else and made an ethnic slur. $600. $600 fine.
They made an ethnic slur?
Yeah, and it cost them $600. Now, what this person said was shit. I'm not trying to say what the person said was good, but I'm of the opinion that people should have the opportunity to say really shitty things. So, because then you know they're a shitty person, right? If they say this, and look, I want to know if you're a racist. I want to know if you're a hardcore Nazi. If you exhibit any or express any views that are in line with being a hardcore Nazi, I'm going to stay the fuck away from you.
Yeah.
If I get an inkling that I think you may be a little racist, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to be allergic to you, and I'm going to be very vitriolic to you, and I don't give a fuck because I've got a pretty good idea that you're the sort of person I don't want to have anything to fucking do with. Yeah, is that fair?
Yeah.
So I think people should be able to say horribly shitty things. They shouldn't be free from the consequences of saying something shitty. Like if you get ostracized from your community because you're exposed as a fucking white supremacist, racist fucking cunt, tough titties. Fuck you. Good luck. Go and start your life somewhere else. Stop being a fuckwit.
Yeah.
But I've got no problem with people being fucking held to account for the shitty things they say.
No.
But to make it, like if I want to express an opinion, I could potentially be hauled into court for calling, in my humble opinion, Clive Palmer's a useless fat wanker who's stolen money from his own companies to fund his political career. Allegedly. No, I won't say allegedly. I'll just say because he was found fucking guilty of this shit, the copper mine and all that. He fucked that entire town over. They're still suffering from that shit. Clive's a piece of fucking crap just for that. The 100 other things that he's done as well. But he's the sort of dude that bought, was it Hermann Goering's car? I do believe he bought one of the highest ranking Nazi officials ever. He bought the dude's car. That's who Clive Palmer is. He collects Nazi memorabilia. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck him.
Shit-eating chicken fucker. That's what he is. Just my opinion, though.
He's a chicken eating shit fucker.
Right, but if I come out and I just say there's this really nice Asian lady down the road that runs the local corner store, if I went in there and started giving her a mouthful and on the anti-Asian COVID rant, I would expect the police to come and grab me for disorderly conduct and breaching the peace or whatever the fuck they call it. And she then has the right, and she's actually done this to one customer who did that, went on a racist rant. She just got a photo of him from the security camera and just put it on the back of the till and blew it up so you could clearly see who they were. And they just went, this person's a racist, blah, blah, blah. And they went, if you want to see the footage, I'll play the footage of them abusing me and calling me all these horrible names.
Yeah.
And you know what? If I see that person trip over in the gutter, I'm not helping them up. I'm going to walk past them and go, ha, chip your teeth sucked in, you racist fuckwit, and keep walking. Because I know, anyway, I'll stop ranting about that. I think people should be free to say things. Hauling them into court for just saying something nasty, I don't think that's a good idea. If they become slanderous or liable, then the law allows, there's avenues for that already.
Yeah.
But to word police it's kind of like what they did in England. Same shit. It's like, my fee-fees. Oh, did they hurt your fee-fees? Let's take them to court and fine them a couple of $100. That's silly. Got to get thicker skins.
Thicker.
Got to have robust conversations are a must. And I'm someone that when it comes to a serious discussion about stuff, I can't partake in them because I'm fucking loopy and I go off the deep end for trivial reasons. So I recognize that I can't take part in some of these serious conversations, and a lot of people need to recognize that as well. Some of us should stay the fuck out of the big conversations where the adults are having serious talks about things.
Yeah.
We should sit the fuck down the back and shut the fuck up. That's me included. I'm the first one in the line that has to go down the back and shut the fuck up.
Makes sense.
But policing it to the point where we're going, you can't say certain things with the fear of, like, being hauled into court and having a criminal record. That's a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
That shit can that shit could affect me if I'm applying for a visa to come and visit America. You ever been arrested? Yeah, I got arrested for calling someone a poo-poo face. Oh, geez, all right, you can't come in. It's like, what? Really? I just said poo-poo face. It's like, nope, can't come in. You hurt someone's fee-fees. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Now, having said that, we do ban people entering Australia on character grounds, but usually for good reasons, like some of the church pastors from America that come over here and just blatant crazy fucking shit. We don't let them in. Hardcore what were the conservative dickheads running around dressing up and fucking the Proud Boys and all? We didn't let one of those dudes in as well.
Yeah.
So we make sure that we nail people from the extreme left and the extreme right. We just try and keep the real big wankers out.
Uh-huh.
Is that impeding on their free speech? Yeah, probably. Who cares?
Well, look here. I've been going 2 hours now, so we'll go a few more minutes, and I'm gonna go because I'm getting kind of tired.
All right, boss. I'll be just ranting about shit.
No, I enjoyed it. And that's what this was about. Just talking shit.
Yeah.
It's. I think that one of the big things that humans need to work on is their ability to go, you know what? Maybe I should just sit the fuck down and listen to what everyone else has got to say.
Yeah.
Before I open my big fucking yap, because I really don't know too much about this particular subject, and I'm so guilty of doing that a lot. I'm working on it though. I said it out loud, so therefore I acknowledge it, and the process has begun of work.
Yeah.
I listen more.
Yeah, you do, you old fucker. We're gonna go 5 more minutes, and if anybody wants to throw a tip my way, I appreciate it highly. If I make $300, I'll do 7 days of shows next week. All 7 days we'll do a show. So
You know
that's
what
all I
mask
got to offer.
You know what mask I'm going to try and find, boss? I've
What's that?
decided is Grumpy Monkey. He's
Yeah.
cool. I like Grumpy Monkey. That's the little thumbnail Pimp used today. That's a character called Grumpy Monkey in his kids' books, and he's grumpy.
A good character.
I love him. He just looks so unimpressed with everything, and there's all different illustrations of him, like at Christmas and stuff, and he just looks. It's like kind of like me.
I'm looking at the Grumpy Monkey. It's got that.
Yeah, he's just not impressed.
Yeah, he ain't impressed.
They can't go the. Yeah, I guess that's.
He's grumpy.
He is grumpy. That's why I use the monkey, but I put the word on there. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, I had no idea Grumpy Monkey was a thing until about 2 hours ago, and now I'm a Grumpy Monkey fan.
I didn't know it either. I just Googled it and found it, and then
Well, it kind of looks a little bit like Mojo Jojo, but before had the big brain stuff happen. So maybe this is Mojo Jojo's granddad, who was just a really, really cranky monkey, and that cranky monkey has evolved to produce Mojo Jojo.
You remember that damn cat, Grumpy Cat? It was so fucking famous.
Oh, dude, that was so sad. Like, yeah, but that cat,
so
everyone
famous.
knows, everyone from around the tent, we're going to remember. Like you'll be able to say to me just before I'm on my deathbed, what was one of your favorite memes there? That Grumpy Cat was pretty good.
Yeah, everybody knew Grumpy Cat. Yeah.
Well, just the fucking look on its face, and it turns out that was a genetic thing, and there was a whole there's like the family group of cats that had a brother and sister with the same sort of gimp look.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, what a fucking. But that cat.
It was very lively, by the way. It was a very excited cat. But I've seen videos where, it was just jumping around like a regular cat. And
yeah, had a good life. It was looked after. It was loved. And not just by its owners. That cat could be taken anywhere in the world and it would have been perfectly safe. Except for maybe if you were really, really hungry, then cat's always on the menu. But
well, I don't want to see that, August.
Oh no! Look, I just watched a bit where they showed that there was a fourth sister. Don't do that to Powerpuff Girls. No, that's a really good cartoon. It is really that's from the era of Samurai Jack, and they were really good fucking anime. Don't do that.
Powerpuff Girls.
No, they're just. No. There's some things that they should just. No.
Yeah, they don't do that.
That's just a fucking money grab.
Why do they think? Why do you think that doing a live action of a cartoon?
Money.
It's just they just want to make fucking money. They're not doing it for the art. This isn't about creating, which is what it used to be. These crazy directors from the go and look at the production of Ben-Hur and all of the extras and the fucking goddamn all of the shit that goes. Go and look at some of the westerns of the country, like when the cowboys fought the indigenous people. See what I did there? Right?
Yeah.
Right? And look at the epic productions of the hundreds and hundreds of people on horseback doing battle. Like some of the old movies just depicting gladiatorial battles of Roman legions and shit. They're all there's thousands of people on set going, ah! And now Samurai Jack is just one of the best cartoons ever. That was just epic. And the first season of Ren and Stimpy, I will argue, is the finest wrestling episode.
Yeah. The nose goblins.
Yeah, they're just the whole first season.
And don't forget Log, because everyone loves.
Yeah, Log, as big as heavy as wood. Log, as bad as good. Log needs a log. See, you from Blammo.
We had a big log out there.
You had a fucking huge log, dude. That was a mega log.
Mega
All
right, gentlemen. Jimin.
Get off my fucking lawn, pimp.
It's time to go, Jimin.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you very much for having me on.
Oh, yeah, it's fun having you on, Bubba.
We didn't do much science stuff, but we can do that another time.
Yeah. We're going to be doing these at least once a week, so...
All right.
Yes. So if you're old and grumpy, send your resume to PIMPMUNK, and we might let you come on the show and be a grumble bum with us.
Yeah.
And you gotta have something really nothing important can be complained about. It's like you don't like the flavor of a certain drink, you come on here and you fucking bitch
I don't like today's apple juice.
Well, that's next week. Then next week we rant about fucking apple juice and how apple juice companies are failing us.
Yeah,
fucking losers.
They are failing us. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.